On August 18th and 19th, the Thelma Hill Performing Arts Center began filming To the Soles of Our Feet, a documentary that will chronicle the organization's 47-year plus history. The film is the brainchild of Thpac Executive Chairman Alex Smith Jr. The documentary will include photographs, performance footage, and interviews with the people who were there. Here is a snippet of our interview with dance legend George Faison. His career as a dancer, choreographer, director, playwright, teacher, and mentor spans 6 decades.
Hello, my name is George Faison. You know, I had come back from Europe for the first time, and after I had gotten back, and Thelma was still teaching the Haru kids and all of that, she said, and to see me and my attitudes, she said, and you still haven't changed. So whatever I brought from DC or whatever was in the water I was drinking, well, I guess Europe enhanced that or something. So it was like, let's, you know, that was my first tour. We went to Portugal, and then we went to Holland, a lot of places, you know, Rotterdam, Eindhoven, all of those, Harlem, and all those places. And we performed at these stupendous, what is that, theaters with many tiers and so forth, and they were applauding and screaming from the, yeah, right, the rafters for real. It was really incredible. You know, you say, how I felt back then. Well, I think we were breaking barriers, you know, opening doors. We were being inspired, actually, because the voices of those times and the debates of those times. And it's just like, you know, the technique or the rigor that you train at is going to result in what you have to do. You can't shortchange it. There are no shortcuts. And that's what studying with Thelma, rehearsing with her, sharing her humor, because she was there. She was a nurturer in a great sense, a psychologist, you know what I mean? Psychiatrist. She was all of that. You know, you say, where do you get all these smart answers? We had smart teachers, and they could tell you because they had been around the world. Charles Moore was on the very Life magazine back in that day, 45, 40-something, gorgeous. But do we celebrate any of that? No. We run around here in sneakers. Yes, and Martha gives us a softer, can give us a softer angle, but that Horton technique could be a real hard angle. So if you're going to do that attitude, you know, that leg has to be almost, you know where I'm talking about. You know how it feels, you know, and on your back, laying on the floor, flatten your back on it, yes, in forth, around the back. Martha gives us all of that, round, that spiral, but the Horton is that angle, that, you know, all of those things and I really am glad that Thelma led that. I don't know whether she was the biggest technician on that, but when she was younger, having been in the ballet, the Negro ballet that went to Europe and all those other places, and having all those experiences and being in the first Ailey company with Minnie, Marshall, and what's that? Ella Mitchell, Ella Thompson, Loretta Abbott, Joan Peters, you know, those were, you know, that's what you try to get out of people, and you have to break that quick because we don't have time. You don't. When you come to us, you're not coming to train. We're coming to work, and we're going to pull everything out. You can already dance. We're going to take that as it. So we're not challenging you in that, but in that way. But we're looking at your imagination. We're looking at, can you make it work? Can you create that illusion, even if that leg doesn't do that? Do you understand what I mean? How you dance, and then after a while you're picked up by the spirit, and you're gone. You know what I mean? And that way, you can serve the choreography, the choreographer, the audience. Remember the audience. Remember applause. Right. That's what you're after. Right. That's why we're all there. Don't act like you ain't halfway. What is that? Ego tripping. So it's like part of that, and loving yourself. Maya sealed that we do love ourselves. You know what I mean? All of these, maybe we practice that a little too late, only because we're not welcoming, not as a society. We're not, we don't welcome the Mexican hat dance. We don't the clogs, all of everybody's, folk things, the things that come from their regions. I'm tired of everybody not participating. Shit, what is this? Everybody participates. You're not just an observer. So that's what I'm saying.